So hi guys, we are doing hands-on and unboxing of LE2. This is a review handset that we have just acquired from LeEco. So let's start. So at the back of the box, if you look at it, it mentions that this is LE2. It's a 32 GB model, which has a octa-core Snapdragon 652 processor with 3 GB of RAM and 3000 mAh battery with quick charge. It also has a 16 megapixel camera at the back and 8 megapixel front camera. It also has a fingerprint sensor and an infrared sensor inside it. So let's start by opening up the box. So let's open the package and let's see what's inside the box right now. So as you can see, this is the handset over here, right? So at the front, you can see there is a 8 megapixel camera at the front with the light sensor, proximity sensor. At the back, you have a 16 megapixel camera with dual tone flash and a fingerprint sensor. Let's start by removing. So LeEco has provided us with a back cover for the phone. Just remove it off for now. As you can see, it's a metallic body through and through, and on the top you can see over here there is an infrared sensor right at the top. On the sides there is the volume rocker and the power button. On the bottom there is a USB-C charger, and there is a speaker grill along with a microphone at the back here. And here on the top there is a small microphone for noise cancellation over here. So let's start by starting the phone. As you can see, it's written over here LeEco, powered by Android. So in the meanwhile the phone starts, let's look at what's inside the box. Let's open the box here. So over here there is a user manual with the SIM card slot opener. You have the USB-C type cable over here, with the USB to C type reversible pin. The interesting thing over here is, as you've seen, there was no the 3.5 mm jack on the phone. So what they have done this time around is they have given a converter for the USB-C to 3.5 mm jack, which looks something like this, right? And we have a massive charger over here. So this is a quick charger which is provided for the phone for fast charging, and that's about it in the box. What we also have been given is a headphone by LeEco. So this is the USB-C type headphone that LeEco has provided us. We'll give you a hands-on this later on. Let's look at the phone. We have the phone over here. Let's start by going through the initial setup process. Okay, let's skip this. We'll just wait for this to finish. Yeah, so let's skip it right now. Let's try to go directly to the home screen. Okay, let's continue. So LeEco has its own services where you can go online and check a lot of stuff, see a lot of live TV and stuff. So you need to create an account for that. You need so there's the fingerprint scanner here at the back. So let's try and set this up. Let's see how it works. So okay. So now it's asking me to place the finger on the fingerprint scanner. Yeah. So we're done with adding the fingerprint. Let's move on the setup process. So this is the view size that it asks for. So we'll generally go with the standard view, and yeah, I think we're done. Yeah, so here's the home screen. As you can see, it's more or less similar to what the UI was before for all the other LeEco devices. Uh, so as you can see, here's the notification panel and the apps over here. So there are all the Google apps pre-installed inside the system. There is also the capacitive buttons right at the bottom of the screen, which you can use. This is an interesting part. So there is no app drawer over here. What you have in the center, if you tap here, is the LeEco service, which I was talking about earlier, where you can consume live content. But yeah, you need to update and you need to have an account for all those services, which we'll probably cover on later on. Let's look at the device overall. In the settings menu, if we go down in the about phone, you can see over here the Android version is 6.0.1, and as you can see here, it's a Snapdragon 652 8-core processor. Let's see the storage of the phone. So you can see out of the box, the storage available is 23.24 GB out of 32 GB. 5 GB, 6 GB is already used almost with the default apps and everything. Let's look at the camera quickly. So the 8 megapixel camera at the back. Let's take a couple of shots and see how the photos look like. Let's see. So if you look at it, the photos are pretty clear. It's a low light situation over here, and the photos are pretty clear, and yeah, they look good even if you zoom in. Yeah, there's a little bit of noise in the photos, which is expected for a low-end phone, and it's kind of what is expected from a phone of this price range, which is okay. As you can see, I've opened a couple of apps in the background. This is how the multitasking look like. There are quick settings right here for Wi-Fi, data, auto rotate, airplane mode. You can swipe through the quick settings and change the settings right from here. Then there are options for camera, torch, and everything. So you can switch on and off the camera over here. Interesting part is there is an infrared point at the top, right on the top, and there is a remote, LeEco remote app inside the phone, which you can configure with your TV or your media player or anything, and then configure them. Let's have a look at how the MIUI apps are. Let's start by looking at the clock. If you look at it, it's more or less similar to what the Apple devices has. The UI is more or less similar to what Apple provides, and that's how it looks like. Let's look at the music app. So this is the UI for the. I don't have any music right now in the device, so we'll probably have a later hands-on for the speaker and everything, where we'll show you how the speaker sounds and the Dolby digital sound that the device has, how it sounds like. This is the calendar app, the default calendar app inside the device. It's again more or less similar to what, again, the same thing which Apple provides. You can go to week, month, and year and see how your calendar looks like once you've configured your account. As you have seen earlier, so this was the headphones, the USB-C type headphones provided to us by LeEco. Let's open this up and see how it looks like. The packaging is pretty good for the headphones. It looks premium. Let's open this up. Okay, so these are the flat cables, which are hanging. Let's open it up. See how it looks like. They've really outdone this kind of packaging. It's really difficult to get the things out of the package. So as you can see at the bottom here, it's a flat cable through and through, and then as you go to the top, it becomes more rounded. So I'm not sure why they decided to go with this kind of a design. because mostly the cables get tangled at this point of the end and not this end. So I hope they might have a good reason for that. On the bottom you can see there is this USB-C type cable which I spoke about earlier. We had a converter for USB-C to the 3.5mm jack provided to us. So this is what it looks like right now. So what you can do is you can probably put this, so you can either put this into the phone directly and use it as a headphone, or if you have your normal headphones, what you can do is you can probably put this over here and then use this 3.5mm jack to attach any headphone that you have onto the phone.